What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. So today we are gonna be doing brakes on the Jeep because these things are shaking like crazy when I press on the brakes. I'll show you. Driving, braking. Again, driving, braking. My hand's not on the wheel. So this is a problem, and this problem ends today. Because today I got time. So right now I'm just picking up some breakfast for me, Emily, and Mel, and then we're gonna go home and get started on these brakes. Alright, so I got the Jeep in the garage, got the wheels taken off, and as you can see, these rotors have some deep grooves in them. Oh yeah, see that right there? So that's why it's shaking so bad. So 2 little pro tips for anyone watching with the GC and wants to do their brakes. Right over here, where you unbolt the caliper from the caliper bracket, you have to use a hex socket, and I guess it's a weird size because if you put the 10 in here, it's a little loose. And I have a 10 and a 12. And the 12 is too big, so I guess it's an 11, which is so weird, and I don't have it in any of my toolboxes, and I have a lot of tools, so that's weird. I'm gonna see if I can make the 10 work real quick. And number 2 is in the rear. So in the rear, as you can see, same concept. Right here, you have the top one, and on the bottom one, it's right there. So the problem with this one is you can use a normal hex socket, but it won't fit in there, only in the top one. So what you have to do is you have to use this very small, it's a hex socket 3/8. I guess it's like a special tool. You have to use this because only this and the ratchet will fit. If you use the long one, you can't get the ratchet in there. So this right here is a little socket set. As you can see, they're all short and stubby. It's VIM Tools, part number VM600. So this is the metric size, and it brings from 6 all the way to, what is that, 19. So 6 to 19, you need a 7 for the back. So get you one of these. Alright, so I really want to see how fast I can do brakes all around on this car. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a timer, but I don't have the pads. I have to go get them. And what I'm planning on doing is, if you guys go to AutoZone and you buy the Duralast Gold pads, they're really good pads. They don't squeak and they don't produce a lot of brake dust because they're ceramic. So I use those, and they have warranty. So whenever you do your brakes, you take your old ones in and you get a new set. So that's what I'm gonna do. So right now what I'm gonna do is take the pads off, take the caliper off, take the pads off, press the piston in, and take the old pads up to AutoZone and get some new ones. So we'll be back and start the count after that. Alright, so this is gonna be a little bit more time consuming because I'm gonna have to be moving this camera around on all 4 corners because I'm too lazy to get more cameras and set them up. So yeah, we're gonna set the timer real quick right there, and then we'll get started. So 8 minutes in. Oh no. 8 minutes in. I'm gonna stop it right there. So 8 minutes in, I got both calipers off in the back. Look how bad these are. They're so bad, and they barely have any pad left on them. So it was definitely time for the rears, and like I said, the fronts are shaking, so we're gonna do those as well. So actually, the pad that goes in the caliper piston itself is worn out on both sides, but the two outer ones, they both have a good amount left. So it looks like something's sticking. I hope the calipers aren't going bad. I think I can just get away with lubing the crap out of everything, and I think it'll help everything slide as it should, hopefully. So we're gonna try that out, and I think we're gonna be good. So the battery's about to die on this, so I'm gonna change the battery out real quick, and then we will get started on the front and start the timer over. All right, so we're back with the new battery. We're gonna start the stopwatch again. Unfortunately, it zeroed out, so we're just gonna count this time and then add it to the 8 minutes that the rear took. So let's go ahead and get started. And time. 4 minutes, 58 seconds. Whew. All right, so the front took a little over half the time that the rear took, so I think that has to do a lot with I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew exactly how to remove this clip, so yeah. We're gonna round the front up to 5, so 5 plus 8. We are 13 minutes in, so not too bad. Now, I have to go to AutoZone and see if I can get new pads, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, so I just got back from AutoZone, and I got the new pads. I was hoping not to spend any money, but I ended up having to buy the rears brand new. Basically, because I had bought the Duralast Max for both front and rear, and I guess they stopped making the Max for the rear, which sucks because us, the customers, have to, pay the price for it. So I had to buy these, which are the gold, and they have the same warranty as those. I ended up paying $54 for these, so yeah, I got the front and back ready to go. Pads are all there. We got brand new clips. And then brand new pads here and brand new clips here. So I have faith that these things won't squeak, but I always like using the BG stop squeal. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Basically, you just put some on the pad and let it dry, and then you can install the pad. So I'm just gonna put some on, let it dry, and then we'll be back installing the new brakes. All right, so I got my little stations ready. So what I have to do is remove the caliper bracket, and then I'm gonna clean them up with a wire brush, replace the rotor, put the bracket back on, grease the pads, put the pads on, then put the caliper on, bolt everything down, and we're good to go. Alright guys, and there you have it. A roundhouse BJ. And that stands for brake job, so don't get any funny thoughts. Got everything nice and lubed up, as you can see, watch. It's sliding, so got everything lubed up. I had to lube up the rear pins twice, just to get as much grease in there as possible. I only did it in the rear because the rear was really stuck, and when I pulled the pins out, they were completely dry. These still had a little bit of grease on them, so I know these are good. So I greased them once, and they should be good. But the rear, like I said, needed 2 times. By the way, guys, if you're going to be doing a lot of brake jobs, get one of these. These are so effective. They help you get the job done a lot faster and a lot easier. So pick one of these up. So unfortunately, my phone died right when I was starting the first corner. So I wanted to time myself. When I'm editing the video, I think I will try to like put a timer up in the corner. And I mean, obviously this is going to be a time lapse, but I'll try to speed it up, the time in the corner with the video, and we'll see. I did check the footage right now of how long the front took, and honestly it took like 5 minutes per side. The back, I'm gonna say like 7, just because that first corner was the first one, so obviously it was gonna take longer. I was hammering away. I needed a heavier hammer, and not only that, I didn't realize that these rotors are held in by a little like rubber band looking thing here. So I was fighting the rotor, and then I saw that, so I had to remove that. So yeah, there you have it. I got new rotors and pads all the way around. Everything is freshly greased, so this thing should stop better and smoother, like no more steering wheel vibrations. So I'm happy about that, because it was so annoying driving this thing. Like every time I had to brake, my hands would go all over the place, and I mean the whole car too. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like I said, we did the brake job. Right now what I have to do is I have to do the brake fluid flush, but that's for another video, so I'm ending this one right now, and then I'm gonna start the other one. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a thing or two. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, and as always, keep moving forward and stay on the gas.